Hey everybody, I want to make a video about breakthroughs that I've made. I think I've given 126 lessons in like a month and a half live, and then tons of online stuff. And I want to talk about a few things I learned at Golf Tech University, how easy some changes can be made, and also how you can change your clubs to really get a lot more out of your golf swing. So first off, some things that have really amazed me is when I went to Golf Tech University, I really thought I knew everything. So you know what happens when you think you know everything is you get humbled, right? And I didn't necessarily think I knew everything, but it's like, what more is there to learn? And changes take some time. You've got to get your fascia all lined up, and especially to make things unconscious, and then you've got to get your movement patterns and your release patterns and everything changed, and that takes muscular effort, repetition, volume, intensity, maybe a grip change, maybe a setup change. And then what I learned a lot at Golf Tech University, and stuff that I used to kind of know but that I've forgotten about, is setup. So I've seen some incredible changes happen with people, especially people say that are fading a lot or drawing a lot and they want to go the other way, or people that are slicing a lot or hooking a lot. So it's quite simply down to, when we take different motion measurements at Golf Tech, we're looking at how open people are setting up or how close with their shoulders and hips. And then you can look at people's feet and arms. Like, it's easier to draw from this position, especially if you close the upper body a little bit. It's much easier to fade from this position, especially if you close the body. It all depends on a lot of things. You can look at a lot of PGA Tour players and find exceptions, but there are a lot of cause and effects at setup. So I've had one woman came in with a 7-iron. She was fading everything, pull fades, pull fades, pull fades, and I noticed that she was like 20 degrees open with her upper body, and you could just see that on the motion measurements that Golf Tech has for the upper back. And I was like, get that to like 5 open, still open, and then raise your hands up just a little bit. And then she was like, she had unbelievable rotation, and rotation makes a path go left, so that encourages a fade. And we wanted to get her path a little more into out, or a little more or less left, and just that change caused her to smash draws down the middle. Just that. She was athletic. She played. She actually played in high school when she was younger, and I think she's like 45 now. But anyway, it was that was incredible. And then also just getting people to hit strong draws, like with a slightly in to out swing plane, and get some rotation and like just a little bit of a shift in there. We don't want people just rotating. We want people to either keep a little bit of weight left but get their pressure right, and then rotate and shift from there, just slight shift, and get the hands forward. But anyway, those little changes, I've seen people go from hitting 8-irons. Oh, one guy came in, he was flying at 145, and he flew an 8-iron the other day, 182, and that's in like 3 lessons, I think. So like each lesson's a half an hour. And he went from, oh, by the way, he had very upright clubs. So everyone needs to flatten their clubs if they want a better golf swing. Take that and post it everywhere. I don't care that that's a blanket statement. It's true. Because if you have a very upright club, you're going to swing more upright, and that kills rotation. I see it with every one of my students that come in. All their players were fit for someone that slices, and they thought, oh, if we just jack up the lie angle, they're not going to slice as much, because then the heel will dig more, or it'll face more left, and so they'll be able to get it more left. True, but it also destroys their rotation, and it causes them to flip, and it causes them to jump, and it causes them to have a very steep swing, and that all just completely kills the golf swing. So flatten out your lies. Talking to you, check on them. If you have game improvement clubs, they're jacked up. They're either going to be standard, 1, 2, or 3 upright. I'm 6'2" and I have mediocre length arms, medium length arms, and I hit the ball best, rotate best, have the best swing with 1.5 degrees flat of standard based off of, like, say, the Ping or Titleist model. So, and my swing, if I go to standard or 1 degree up, my swing goes to garbage instantly. Instantly, I go from, if I've got my clubs, boom, through impact, to, like, you know what I mean? It's scary. So yeah, that's been huge. Setup's been huge. Even like getting people that are like, they have too much weight on their back foot and they're just doing too much, and then they're just turning and they don't have controlling low point is something I've learned a lot about in the last, draws and low point. Golf Tech University, Golf Tech systems have really helped me understand all the different ways you can easily and quickly make changes for people to help their low point. So help them not hit it fat, not hit it thin, and have their path not be way, outside. And now there's cases also of people that come in and their path is very much inside, and then you just get them, you change their backswing up, change their setup. It's like, it's always a pattern, it's a puzzle. How much time have I been talking for? 6 minutes. So that's what's really cool. You can change setup to affect ball flight big time, and not only change ball flight, but help create rotation. Another thing too is a lot of people come in and they've got straight arch backs like this, lordosis, thoracic. I have a lot of people come in and they've just been at the gym. Like, one guy works out from 4:30 in the morning till 6:30, then he comes into Golf Tech at 8, and he's all like this and just ready to just jump, because that's what he just did in his workout. He did a bunch of squats and deadlifts and all that kind of stuff, right? So for him, and for like so many of my people, everything from 12-year-old girls to a 45-year-old man that's coming in, everyone, I'm getting them here, round and back, relaxed, because Sneed, Hogan, Palmer, Young Tiger, Nicholas, that was kind of cool. I unconsciously said Nicholas. I was thinking Bubba, left-handed Nicholas. Who else? The two guys that just won Waste Management, there was a few guys there. Brendan Steele is very over like this, right? A lot of guys, just tons of guys are hunched, because if you're hunched here in your thoracic, lumbar, all the different areas of your spine, you can extend and rotate a lot better. So I learned this through experimenting from Kelvin's articles. Then Gabe started doing something called the George Costanza drill, where he would be like here and then see where he could get to, and then Gigi talks about it a lot, gets all the students doing it, and then off we go. So that can help your rotation and movement huge. Just set up here, tuck this, cats and dogs, learn that in yoga, right? So get that going. Make sure your balance points, as Gigi calls it, are good. And you'll really help your ability to rotate. And then get a little weight left with the irons. Maybe not so much the long irons, that can really help. Get a little wedges. There's, if you're doing a pitch, you want to have left lateral bend. If you're doing a wedge, you want it straight up. 7-iron, a little bit of right lateral bend. Driver, more right lateral bend to start. Those are huge things for setup. Try all this stuff and see how it works for you. Just don't take my word for it. The clubs, I had a driver fitting 2 days ago, and a guy came in and he was hitting his driver 190 in the air, high, fadey, spinny, or a couple fairways over, and all he wanted was a fitting. He didn't want to work on his swing. And he put the M2 in his hands with a stiff shaft, low spinning head, obviously the M2 shaft, and he got his drives up to 285. That was his max drive, and he was thrilled. He's a local pro's cousin. He swings, really fast, kind of a little bit over it. I also helped him a little bit, just like, dude, swing inside. Here's how to do it. Here's a noodle. Avoid the noodle. And it went from 190 to 285 in an hour. So yeah, and then I've got people gaining so much on their irons. Every little tiny girls to old men. It's phenomenal. It's a lot of fun. And then I've gone through that with my game too, so it's really cool. Anyway, so that's a lot of really cool stuff that I've discovered in the last little bit and that I've put into motion. And yeah, 126 lessons, maybe 50 lessons online or so. And then just always reading, researching, learning, discovering more stuff about the golf swing, the body, training. And it's really fun. It's paying off for a lot of people and myself. And a couple people have made it into tour events that we were working with a little bit. So that's exciting. And off we go. I hope this stuff helps. Let me know if you have any questions. And that's all short. I also have a clinic coming up and some lesson times in Palm Springs from the 10th to the 13th likely. So email me or message me if you'd like more information. Cheerio.